Godspeed to the Speedy tribe. How we doing out there? We are back. I'm live streaming right now, and I'm live streaming again right now. I'm making this video. And welcome back to another episode of the Speedy Tribe podcast show. And this episode will be about how to be free. A lot of people right now in life are looking for freedom. They're looking for liberation, looking for just to be free wherever they are in life right now. They want to be free. They don't want to be confined to certain boxes. They don't want to be held captive by the opinions and criticism of others. They don't want to do none. They don't want to be part of that. They want to be free. So I'm making this video, right? This podcast, this episode to give you guys a few tips on how I found myself to feel like I'm free. You know what I mean? Freedom. How do you find freedom? You want to know how you find freedom? I'm going to go around to the list right now. We got the list right here. Now, number one, we're going to get right into it. Pace yourself. It's very important to pace yourself trying to be free, because when you pace yourself, you can find your own rhythm. When you find what you like to do, there's your piece of freedom right there. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Find your own pace and you'll find your piece of freedom right there. Another one, don't compare yourself. That's piggybacking off of pacing yourself. Do not compare yourself to others. It's not good to compare yourself to others, because think about what car you got. What car are you driving today, right? It's different from somebody else's car, different model, different make. Even if it's the same model or make, it still has certain little small differences compared to the other person. You can't be like everybody else. So if you know that within yourself, that is going to take away the comparison mindset that you have, right? Everything you do don't got to be compared to the next person. Do what you got to do to complete what you got to complete within yourself. That's how you find another piece of freedom. Another one is give without expectation, right? A lot of people give and they expect other things in return. You must be unconditional in every movement you make in life. Whatever gesture you got, whatever love you got, whatever piece of knowledge you got, whatever piece of money you got, whatever you got, give it without expecting anything in return. That's how you free yourself, because I'm going to tell you right now, you ever been in a relationship with someone, or you've got a friend, right? That they're not in a position to have the things you have, or give the things you have, or give the things that you got. But when you give to them, and let's say you expect for them to give it back, you mad now because you expect it, because you didn't understand in your mind that they didn't have what you have. Sometimes people just don't have what you have. So you got to understand that. And that brings me to my next point. You have to look to understand on a deeper level. You have to look to understand circumstances, people, occurrences, everything. You have to understand on a deeper level. That's how you can free yourself of the why me mindset, the victim mindset of saying, why did these things happen to me? Why is this? Why is that? So you got to know how to understand things on a deeper level. That means going inside the reason why. Why do things happen? Why? Why? That means you're going to go searching for more intricacies of what the problem is and what's going on in your life. And then you'll free yourself of, oh, okay, I feel better and free now because I have a deeper understanding to why these things happen. That means you ain't walking around sad. You ain't moping around. You ain't pouting. You ain't feeling self-pity. You're not feeling none of those things because you're freed. You're freed up. Another thing, practice self-mastery. Everybody watching this live, everybody watching this video should at least go a few months or to a year of self-mastery. I'm talking about deep soul searching, straight monk mode, abstinence, refraining from certain things, vices, drugs, alcohol, foods, people, environments, doing certain things that's going to help you better yourself on the grand scheme of everything. That's how you free yourself. Because I tell you right now, when you don't free yourself of any of those things, they all got constraints on you. And now you can't move. And now you got shackles stemming from cigarettes, weed, food, movies, always hanging out, going to the clubs, all these things that's going to keep you captive, right? You have to practice self-mastery. Master yourself, and that's how you become free. Another thing, don't identify with anything. Any thought you got going in your head, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through negative thoughts. So, for example, if you got a negative thought, right, don't ever become the thought. Just watch your thought. Don't ever become your thought. Just watch it. You know what I mean? Because when you become that thought, now you're just living in a confined space and you can't think outside that thought process. And now you're not free. When you're not free, you ain't happy. You ain't happy, nothing gets done. Right? So you got to understand, like, don't identify with anything when anybody puts you in certain boxes. Don't, when people got negative opinions on you, you allow them to box you in. Don't identify with that. Watch what they say, but you don't got to embody the message. You don't have to embody what anybody says about you, because when you do that, I told you, there's no freedom in that. You're not liberated. Another thing, this is something that I really take pride in: alone time. Traveling alone, traveling alone, traveling all over the place, you would grasp a whole newfound perspective on life when you start just sightseeing and seeing other walks of life and other people and other representations of who you are, because everybody you meet is a representation of you. That's facts. You're going to meet somebody and you be like, yo, I feel like I've known you for years, and it's because that you was waiting to meet that person. Traveling alone for me has helped me find myself. I practice self-mastery while traveling at the same time, and all the other following things that I've done while traveling. And I got to tell you, like, I feel more free than I've ever felt in my life, because, and I'm still, and the thing is, it's crazy because I'm still learning now. Like, I'm still a young man. I'm still a young growing man, and I'm still learning what I got to learn. And that right there is going to set you apart towards your freedom. The last one is learn how to stay balanced. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. Everybody is not balanced. Nobody's balanced in this world, but it's best if you try to stay balanced. Does that make sense? Peace, my brother. No, everybody's not perfectly balanced, but it's best to try to attempt to stay perfectly balanced. Now, I'm not perfectly balanced at all. But I do my best to try to find balance in everything that I do. I understand that you can't go too far to the left or too far to the right. You cannot be an extremist. I myself have been an extremist at certain points in my life, and I paid the price for it, because I did, in that time frame, I did not understand balance, and I didn't understand the significance behind it, and I had to pay for it. But obviously, you live and you learn and you go through certain things in life, and then you realize, oh, I was supposed to be in the middle. I was supposed to find the medium. I was supposed to find the middle ground. I wasn't supposed to be all the way to the left or right. I wasn't supposed to choose a side. I'm supposed to stay here. And a lot of people watching this video right now, I know you have trouble and you struggle with finding balance in life. When you find balance in life, when you have balance in life, that means you have a foundation. So it's very important. Those following things before having balance, you have to build that foundation in order to have balance. You have to know what you like. You have to know what resonates with you on a soul level. You have to know what doesn't resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate, doesn't mean you hate it or anything like that. It just doesn't apply to you. You just trash it, and you do what you got to do to stay balanced and grounded in your foundation. But those following things, you have to follow those. Like we was talking about, pace yourself, don't compare, run down the line. Pace yourself, don't compare, give without expectation. Stop expecting things. Stop, please stop it. Because you too dreamy when you do that. And I got to take my own advice, because I was like that too at one point. Look to understand on a deeper level. When you look to understand people on a deeper level, people will love you because you understand where people come from. When you can understand a person's disposition in their life, you got to understand that's a gift. That's a gift to understand people's positions in life. And I'm telling you, it's a gift. Practice self-mastery. I don't care if it's for a month, 2 months to 12 months. I don't care how long it is. You should be looking for personal development of self at certain points in your life to help upheave who you are as a man or a woman watching this video. Don't identify with boxes. Don't identify with titles and labels, because that's how you get stuck inside of places you don't want to be in. And then you're going to be stuck in mindsets you don't want to be in. And if you're stuck in a mindset you don't want to be in, you ain't going to be able to make no moves. And if you don't make no moves, there ain't no happiness. If there ain't no happiness, there ain't no life. You understand what I'm saying? And you see how to trickle down all the way to that. Don't identify with certain things like that, because that's where it'll lead you. Travel, 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 travel. I'm talking about travel alone, travel with somebody you love, travel with a group of people, travel. You will find pieces of yourself along those trips that you never thought you can find, man. You understand what I'm saying? And last but not least, like I said, learn how to stay balanced. Learn how to be here. Learn how to be left and right learn how to be on the left and right at the same time. You understand? Learn how to be one with everything. And that's how you find balance. And that all comes with foundational, developmental, profound skills of self. You have to do these things. That is imperative in life. So that's the video. I'm glad you guys tuned in. You know, like, comment, subscribe, share, do what you got to do. And yeah, I'm glad to make this video, and stay tuned for more, man. All right, guys.